Hi everybody and welcome back. This is a show called This Made My Week, where I share all the good things that have happened throughout the week. And I'm doing this for many reasons, and one of them is I know that for me it is very easy to focus on the bad, on the negative, on the hard. Well, one, because of the times that we're living, and two, because of our negativity bias. But I know that when I zoom out and when I see the full picture, I can see that good things are happening every single day, that there are good people doing great, wonderful things around the world. So I'm sharing this with you as well to kind of create a community and help one another to see the full broad picture. And today I have so many things to share because this week, oh my goodness, I was booked and busy and I'll tell you all about it in this video, and I have a feeling that this might be a little bit longer one, so grab a drink, grab a snack, get comfy, and let's get started. The first thing that happened was I got to meet with my friend Eva. She is a mom of a newborn for the second time. She has 2 daughters, so she's in that phase, you know, newborn, not easy. That day was exhausted and so tired because Balis is teething at the moment and a few of his teeth are coming out at the same time, which means he's not in the best mood. We are not getting that much sleep, so I felt just exhausted, tired, not in the mood. My husband and I, we were fighting that morning a little bit, so it was just eh. And as we were walking together with my friend along the river, she intentionally paused us both and she was like, let's pause. Look at the sun. Look at those sunbeams. Let's enjoy this moment together. How beautiful it is that the sun is shining. We are walking together. We're together, you know, 2 friends. We've met after a long time of not seeing each other. And I appreciated that so much. Having friends who can pause you, who can invite you to see the bigger picture, who can make you more mindful and aware, and who can help you appreciate life and small things is everything. Eva, I love you. If you're watching this, thank you so much for this walk and specifically this moment, because for me, that was definitely a turning point and it totally made my week. This Friday, I had a nearly perfect day. So my husband took a Friday off where he works at his company every 3 months. He gets a day off to be with his child. So he took that particular Friday off, and in the morning we all as a family went to opera for children. It was Bali's first live performance. He's seen live music before, but it was kind of in the background as a part of another celebration. So this was a full-on experience for him. So we go there and it's full of teeny tiny people. They're crawling slowly up the stairs. They have, like, our opera house has these huge stairs with red carpet, and they're all slowly crawling and walking up to the stage. And then we go there and parents and kids are sitting on the floors. Everyone's barefoot and there are instruments at the front, and you can feel the sense of excitement in the air. Everybody cannot wait for the music to begin. And when it starts, when performance comes, my son Balis, he's frozen. He was probably frozen for first 10 minutes or so, maybe less, but anyways, he looks at the music and then at us, looks at the music and then at us, and then he slowly starts moving and he wants to go closer and closer to the instruments. Eventually he starts kind of dancing and clapping a little bit and walking around as well, and it was just so fun to watch him experience this for the first time. So my attention was split between the music, Balis, and other kiddos as well, because you could see all those toddlers being fully in the present moment, fully in their authentic selves, experiencing this performance, and each one were in their own tiny worlds. And it is so interesting to see what is happening in them. You know, listening to live music has so many benefits, especially for little kids. There's dopamine release, there's oxytocin release in their bodies. It expands their creativity. Neural wiring is happening in their brains. It's a social bonding experience for everybody, so it kind of builds belonging and community with other parents and with other kids, and seeing them going through this process totally made my week. And I don't know, it almost gave me goosebumps. Towards the end, you could see that the crowd was getting tired, so it was getting louder and louder and noisier and just more intense. But still, it was an experience, let me tell you that. We loved it, Valis loved it, my husband and I, we had a great time. I am so grateful for all the artists who are doing this type of work, because again, these toddlers are not an easy crowd to please. So just in case you are doing this type of work, if you're a performer or if you work with children in any capacity and form, thank you. After the opera, all three of us, we went for a walk in the city. Well, Balis passed out. It was his nap time. He was exhausted after this experience. So my husband and I got some time off, just the two of us on a Friday, you know, walking in the city, having some coffee and some food. It was so, so lovely. Afterwards, we came back home, we ate some food, we kind of hang out and chill. And then it was time for me to get ready because I was going to a theater with my good friend Diana. Before the theater, we met just to have a coffee, chat, check in and see how we're both doing, because Diana is also into content creation and she's starting her new career path as a self-employed woman. So there were different topics that we could talk about and relate to. And it does feel so, so good to have a friend who's kind of going through the same thing as I am at the moment with this show. So we drank matcha latte together, enjoyed some dessert, talked about life, creativity, men, dating, all of it. And then afterwards, we went to a theater, which was 4 hours long. And I'm putting so much emphasis on this. It's not just because it's longer than usual theater, but for me, as a mother, not to think about my child, about what needs to be done, about teeth, about food, bath, bedtime, any of that. It's a luxury. 4 hours of free mind and just enjoying the theater. Oh, I loved it. Even though the story, the theater that we saw, it's called Uncle Vanya, Deda Vanya, is definitely not pleasant. It's a tragic comedy, tragedy, drama, all in one. It's a story about family and friends who live in the countryside in this manor house and they work the land. And it's a story about people who suffer, essentially. However, it made me laugh, it made me cry, it made me think. I could relate with these characters in so many ways. And also, it's created in such a way that even though they're suffering, you leave the theater, I left the theater feeling so much excitement about life, and I want to live it fully, I want to experience it all, I want to be free, I want to explore, I want to allow myself to be creative. Like, they did something with my head. That's, I think, what this specific theater, this show is supposed to do. Make you really, really sad and then inspire you. So there was this hidden message that was not named, nothing was said about it, but you definitely leave with it. Art in general, and theater specifically, also has so many benefits. Just like live music, it releases dopamine in our bloodstream, oxytocin, it boosts our creativity, it helps us to relate to one another, so it increases our empathy. What I love especially is the social bonding experience that you all go through, because you can relate to everybody in the room, and during each breaks you can sense this togetherness in the air because we are going through this experience together. During this theater, there was a woman who cried behind me during one scene. I was teary as well, but she was like crying because it was a scene about a mother. You could see people and couples looking at each other in during specific scenes. I feel so much closer to Diana because we got to experience it together. I love that it brings people together. I also left the theater with huge amount of gratitude for all the actors because of their skill, because of their craft, because of their hard work, they were so good, by the way. I was able to transport into another world. And because of that, I learned something about myself, about my psyche, about my desires, about human condition, about the world in general. And that is a huge gift. Moving on, if you watched my video 2 weeks ago, you heard me talk all about Kaziuko muge. It's this traditional fair in our capital Vilnius that attracts all the folk artists here in Lithuania. And I love it. It's my favorite thing. I go there every single year. It's so much fun. And it's a tradition to host it here in the capital Vilnius. And then a week or two later, they hosted again in Kaunas, in another big city in Lithuania. So because of this year, I couldn't really go and enjoy it fully because of the loss that we had in my family. We decided, my husband and I, to go to Kaunas this weekend and enjoy it there. I've never been to Kaziuko muge, Kaziuko's fair in Kaunas, so it was a new experience. And let me tell you, I had just as much fun as I do in the capital. There was live music, we had some traditional snacks, Balis loved it as well. It was so crowded, it was full of people. The atmosphere is very joyous, uplifting, everyone's together, and this time I brought some goodies. I obviously bought some food that we almost ate all by now, but I bought this mug. I have a thing for mugs, and this one is with traditional ornaments. There it is. I already had my morning coffee this morning. And this tiny yellow, mustard yellow bowl. Look at that. I love it. It's my new favorite set. So that's that. If I'll continue talking about Kaziuko muge, I'll repeat everything that I said those 2 weeks ago. So in case you haven't watched that video, go and watch it. You're gonna learn a little bit more about Lithuanian culture, and in general, it was a good video. Go watch it right after this one. Speaking about things, I bought something this week. It's cleansing soothing oil that totally improved my shower experience. I don't want to promote a specific thing or a brand, but this is what I bought. Uriage. I don't even know how to pronounce it. It's French. But I bought this specific cleansing oil because it's fragrance-free and it's suitable for face, body, and little kids. So I'm using it for Balis as well. And my skin is super dry and sensitive. So I need always, layers and layers of moisturizers. And this, when I wash myself with it, it leaves my skin really soft and with this moisturized feeling. I love it. I don't need to worry about moisturizing my body excessively afterwards. And in general, I don't know, this is what luxury means to me. Making everyday routines, things a little bit special. So if I can add that extra touch, extra special something, I will. If you are like me and if you want extra special something, try cleansing oils. I think it's a trend right now because I saw it on Twitter. That's why I bought it. But anyways, it made my week. I'm a strong believer that we can create joy, that we are responsible for creating happiness for ourselves, that we have to take that responsibility. However, the truth is also that joy and magical moments are everywhere. I'll give you an example. This week I came back home late with my son, and it was his dinner time and he was tired, I was tired, and I was undressing him in our corridor, taking his shoes off, his onesie and all of that. And in the middle of it, he started playing with this froggy thing that I bought, and we started interacting with one another. So I stayed on the floor together with him, and eventually this little moment turned into laughter, play, and we hugged and cuddled and kissed, and it was just pure joy for both of us that I did not plan, that I didn't think of. It just happened. And this is an example that when we get out of our own way, when we let go of our attachments to how things should be, when we let go of our expectations and our own egos, essentially, moments of joy, awe, beauty, happiness, they're everywhere. they're all around us, just like with my son in that moment, just like with my friend and those sunbeams. This magic is everywhere. I invite you this week to practice it a lot more, to notice it, to pause, be present, and simply let go of what you think should happen or what you think that should be. For the ending, I want to leave you with the recipe based on everything that happened this week so you can create more joyous moments for yourself, especially if you're going through something right now, if you're not in the right mindset, if you can't see through the fog that you're in at the moment. These are simple, easy steps that you can take and uplift your spirit. Step 1, connect with others. I know that sometimes it's not as easy and not as simple, but if you can, talk to your friends, talk to your family, talk to your loved ones. If you can't talk to someone, pick up the phone or meet with anyone, leave a comment on someone's social media post. It will change your energy. If you can, talk to someone on the street or in public transport and just say, hey, you look good. That's all you need to connect with somebody else and shift something inside of you. Number 2, listen to live music. If you can't attend a concert right now, that's okay, don't worry. Go to YouTube and watch a live performance. Research shows that different things are happening inside of us when we watch to a recorded concert versus to we listen to recorded tune. So just watch a concert and allow yourself to connect to that experience, connect to those people, experience that creativity, and experience that social bonding also, even though you weren't there and it's not live. Number 3, observe little kids. If you can, during your lunch break, go to a park or to the playground and simply watch the kids, observe what they do, how creative they are, how they communicate, how they interact, how they make something out of nothing. It's a wonderful experience, and I'm telling you, this will uplift your spirits. Number 4, attend theater. If you can't afford therapy right now, and if you are not in the right space, I'm telling you, it's much cheaper to go to theater, but the benefits are incredible. Go connect with others and allow live performance transform you. Number 5, appreciate and celebrate your own or someone else's culture. Notice what was kept through centuries, through ages, what people hold on to, carried with them, whether that's an ornament, a specific type of art, music, some sounds. Really allow yourselves to feel it, to experience, because there's something spiritual about it. Number 6, enjoy self-care through sensory experiences. Last but definitely not least, allow yourself to experience joy right now. Get out of your own way, let go of all those attachments and beliefs. This moment is already magical. Can you sense it? All right, this is where I'm gonna leave you this week. Thank you so much for tuning in and spending your time together with me. I'm very, very grateful. What would make my week is if you would click that subscribe button. It definitely gives me a boost of energy and that confidence. I'm grateful. Also, I would love to get to know you better, so leave me a comment down below. Let me know how you feel. What are you thinking? What is happening inside of your body right now? And also, I'm reminding you to go ahead and make someone's week. You have that power in you to uplift the spirit, change the energy in every single room that you walk in. So go ahead and do that and enjoy it yourself. Have a good week. I'll see you the next one. Bye.